Okay, so in chapter 6, Solomon has gotten more specific about certain kinds of danger, temptation, and sin. Now, chapter 7. My son, keep my words and store up my commands within you. Keep my commands and you will live. Guard my teaching as the apple of your eye. What does that mean, the apple of your eye? Center of thought, okay? Yep. Bind them on your fingers. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and to insight, you are my relative. They will keep you from the adulterous woman, from the wayward woman with her seductive words. So we've seen the same phrasing by Solomon numerous times now. Okay? Verse 6. At the window of my house I looked down through the lattice, and I saw among the simple, I noticed among the young men a youth who had no sense. He was going down the street near her corner, walking along in the direction of her house at twilight, as the day was fading, as the dark of night set in. So Solomon talks about this as if he was just looking out his window one evening. And he noticed this. He observed this whole scene. And he says here that he saw a simple one. The idea of the simple one, it's a word that means that there's still room in his brain. Okay? It's a word that means there's room for expansion. All right? And there's still room for this young man to learn more. He hasn't learned enough. Okay? He's still lacking in knowledge and understanding. And in the parallelism of verse 7, it says, I saw among the simple, I noticed among the young men, a youth who had no sense. So the simple is parallel to the idea of having no sense. And no sense literally means that he is lacking in heart. He's lacking in heart. And that means that he hasn't developed wisdom. He doesn't have knowledge, but he also doesn't have experience, and so he isn't able to apply those things. So the picture is that this young man is walking toward a dangerous situation, and he isn't even aware of it. Doesn't even know it. Just naively kind of right? So has your experience been that temptation often happens like this? You aren't looking for it, but it just springs up in front of you? Yeah. A lot of times temptation will operate that way, right? So we've all had the experience of just kind of being blindsided by temptation, right? As what's going to happen to this young man here. Why do you think that is? Do you think it's because we are simple? Or do you think it's because that's the way Satan operates? Or, both. Yeah, could be both, right? In what ways do you think we are spiritually naive when it comes to temptation and sin? Okay, sometimes we think we're strong. I can resist, right? I can get right up to the edge and I can resist, yeah. I also think we are naive about how diabolical Satan is. You know, he is, oh yeah, sneakier than we even know, I think. Because he can slither in where we think we've got the bars up, right? Yeah, he can slither in.